Okay, so we'll come back at it with part 2 of this assignment, which is making the storybook over photosynthesis reactions. So where I left off was you're looking at your rubric here, you're looking at what needs to be on each page, and you're using the notes that we just took from the video in order to plan out each page. So he said that page 1 is going to be a cover page, including title, illustration, your name, and period number. So I'm making a plan here, and I went ahead and designated page 1 as my cover page, okay? These are pages 2 and 3. So I'm looking to see what needs to be on that. It says the original energy source for photosynthesis. So if I look back at my notes, I know just from my formula what my original energy source is. And so I'm going to go ahead and plan page 2 to just be a picture. And page 3 is going to be my source of energy. If you need a clue on what that source is, you can look at number 1 of the, well, think of it a bigger picture, okay? And when I say bigger picture, that's what I'm referring to, okay? So then as I look at my rubric, it says light-dependent reactions, 2 to 4 pages, and there's 4 things. I'm going to encourage you to make it into 4 pages because there are 4 things. And so it says where it occurs, energy source, reactants, and products. So I'm going to go ahead and say that right here we're going to start talking about the light-dependent reaction. Page 4, 5, 6, 7 are going to be where it occurs. And we know that this is happening in, it tells me number 1 under the light reaction where that's happening. Page number 5 is going to be about the energy source. And number 1 under light reaction also is telling me about the energy source. Okay. Page 6 is supposed to be about the reactants. And so it tells me that my reactants are going to be found in questions 4 and 5. Okay, so I'm going to write reactants right here. That's questions 4 and 5 under the light reaction. And then 7, it says product, or the materials that are made, and your materials that are made are number 9 under a light reaction. It says at the end of the light reactants we have, and it tells you what you have, okay? Then as I go back to my rubric, it says light independent reaction, 2 to 4 pages. And there's 4 things that need to be in those 2 to 4 pages: where it occurs, the energy source, the reactants, and the products. And so since there's 4 things, I'm going to suggest you making it into 4 pages. So we're going to say pages 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we're going to say 8 is where it occurs. And it tells you that in number 2 under the light independent reaction section of your notes. Page 9 being your energy source. And it tells you that your energy source is going to be the electron transport chain. You know what? He talks about that in the part that we skipped, the electron transport chain that drives carbon fixation. So I'm going to tell you that number 9, the energy source for the light independent reactions is the electron transport chain. And you can go back and read about that or listen to him talk about that around the 9-minute mark, a little bit before the 9-minute mark of the video. And then number 10, reactants. Well, it tells you that the reactants are going to be the things that we need. Well, the reactants are going to be the things that are made in the first part. So what did we make in the first part? This is the product of the light reaction, ATP, NADPH, and oxygen. Oh, actually, here's your energy source for the, because we made some ATP. So go back to right here. The energy source in the light independent reaction are the ATPs that are made in this electron transport chain, okay? So the reactants are actually going to be the same thing that are the products on page 7, okay? And then page 11, your products of the light independent reaction are going to be found in question number 4 and 5 of your fill-in notes under light independent reactions. All right, let me go back to our rubric, and it says the only thing we still need is the equation for photosynthesis. And so we'll go here, and we have, because I don't want your very last page to be, I want the back side of this page right here to be blank, so we don't need these pages. But why don't you do like the formula, because it says the equation. So the equation is going to be on one of these 2 pages, and then you can put a picture of some sort on like the other page, okay? So that's how you plan out your book. Now, you just take the paper and actually put it together, okay? So the way you go about doing that, as I talked about in our Zoom meeting, but if you missed that Zoom meeting, if we're going to have a total of 12, 13, 14 sides, that's going to be 4. Okay, so you're going to take 4 pieces of paper, okay, and you're going to fold them together neatly. You're going to somehow make binding. You're going to somehow make binding. You can staple, you can sew it together, whatever you're going to do. And then you're going to go like this. All right, I'm going to now make page 1, pages 2, 3, pages 4, 5, pages 6, 7, pages 8, 9, pages 10, 11, pages 12, 13, and then a back side. And you can see we have 1 page too many. If you want to cut that out somewhere and not mess up your binding, go ahead and do that. I want to encourage you to make this neat, at least one neat, colorful, and original drawing of each concept, okay? So what are my concepts? This is a concept. 1, 2, 3, 4 concepts. 1, 2, 3, 4 concepts. You've got to have a picture to go along with each one of those, okay? They need to be neat, colorful, original, okay? So I want to encourage you to do a good job on this. This is the only thing that I've required that you do this week. And I've simplified it to the best of my ability. B, walked you through the video so that you know how to get the important information. C, showed you how to plan your book. And now it's up to you to go ahead and take that information and make it your own unique thing and to do your very best at it. Remember, you will be actually turning this book into me. If we end up having to mail it, we'll mail it, whatever we're going to do, but we are going to turn that in. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you have any concerns, feel free to email me. But this should really help you get the ball rolling. And then one last thing I want to tell you, Miss Westmoreland misses you. I hope you guys have a great day.